What's up, everybody? Today we're going to install a sliding barn door over here. So I've already taken out all the pieces and stuff and measured, so now we're just going to start pre-drilling some holes for the sliding bracket to actually go in. Directions, obviously don't need those, so let's just start drilling. The thing that actually makes this pretty easy is that we're going to make the door to fit the slide, so it doesn't really matter how far up we hang it as long as there's enough clearance for the actual hardware that's going to slide on the slide. So yeah, let's just start drilling, I guess. I was literally about to start drilling a hole, and then I realized that my hole was about 4 inches higher than it actually should have been. Measure like 6 times and then drill once, instead of measure once, drill once. Also, if you do make a mistake with drilling, even if it is like a 1/4 inch hole, it's not a big deal. Nothing that like putty and caulking and paint can't fix, right? So, now that we drilled the hole, time to tighten it. So this kind of makes it easy because now that I've got one in, I can check to see if it's level. Well, obviously it's not level because it's swinging, but I'm going to make it level so that I can put a dot where the next hole needs to go. So I'm dumb and made 2 dots. So now I don't know which one I'm supposed to use because I'm stupid. Okay, bottom of the top oval dot is where the hole's gonna go. If you're smart, you'd just make 1 dot and then you'd be fine, but we can't all be geniuses. So now we're gonna start building the door now that the railing is on and the brackets are gonna hang on top of that. So we've got some pine. We're gonna cut that to the right length, fit it all together, put a couple of cross members and call it a day. Got our wood. Now we're gonna measure it to 75.5 inches, chop it, and then chop it again, and put them all together, and then we'll have a door. Be sure to plug it in. One thing that's really important to remember is that if you remember where you put your stuff down, it's easier to find later. So, I've been looking for a pen for like 10 minutes. Okay, new pen. Alright, now that we got all our boards, time to start putting them together. Now that all our boards are cut, we're going to start putting them together, and then we're going to figure out how wide our door needs to be in order to start cutting some cross members. Door right here. Just going to use this mallet to kind of tap some pieces into place and then start measuring the width so we can start cutting rather our cross members. Now that the boards are about as level as they're going to be going across, we're going to start nailing them together. So now I've cut this piece of wood at some angles and it looks like it pretty much fits close enough. Now it's time to test fit the door. Good news, bad news. Good news, one side fits pretty good. Bad news, other side fits like shit. So, nothing that a belt sander can't fix. I'm gonna go ahead and blame the room not being square considering this building's pretty old, but it could also have a lot to do with how I have little experience in this. And I'm bad at measuring and math in general. Take a little off the top. Awesome. Okay, so it's not perfect, but that's pretty level. Not really, but it's close enough. So we just fixed the door to adjust for our errors anyways. So now we're gonna connect those little brackets and then hang the door. So what we should do technically is measure to make sure that this is like perfectly straight. What we're gonna do instead is wing it. Close enough. I am gonna drill some pilot holes in these though, because otherwise this wood's gonna split real bad. We might end up using a screwdriver on this just to make sure that the wood really doesn't split. Because that would suck to build this whole thing and then it splits. Still pretty much winging it. Pretty much the final fitting. Hopefully it works so I don't have to keep doing anything. Oh, as my good friend Jackson Penny would say, it's not just good, it's good enough. That's great. That's like way better than I was anticipating. That is something else. That's awesome. You know when you're just not sure if you're doing the right thing, and then it comes out pretty awesome? That's one of these times. At least it's good enough for me, so. I could do this for hours. But that's pretty much it. So if you've watched all the way to this point, thank you. And that's, I guess that's how to build a door and hang it. Didn't put the handle on. I don't think I can use these screws because they're actually too long for the door. They're gonna have to poke through on the other side. And that'd be really terrible. So we're gonna try some other screws. We half-ass a lot of things. I don't know if we should half-ass this too. I guess we'll try one screw. And if it goes terrible, then we'll reevaluate. Okay, time to find like 4 screws that are relatively similar. Literally found this little bag of screws right on my workbench at home. So there's nothing I like better than finding shit that you need right when you need it, I guess. So it's gold on black, whatever. That looks level enough for what I'm doing. That's good enough for me. Good. So yeah, if you've watched this far, thank you so much. This is probably going to be the first segment of Brant Builds a Thing. And it was a door this time. Let me know if there's something else that you guys want me to build. Maybe I'll try it. Who knows? Thanks for watching.